You are someone who is working or hopes to work with clients in the e-commerce space. One of the frequent questions you may be asked is, how much ROAS are you able to achieve for them? Now, this is a tricky question, and more often than not, you wouldn't be able to answer them right off the bat as to how much ROS you are able to achieve for them, right? So for that, the very first thing you will need to know is how much profit margin are they getting out of each sale they are making on their website. So you have to know the profit margin in terms of percentage in order for you to be able to calculate a break-even target ROS in the case of that client. Otherwise, if based on your previous clients, you just give them a random figure willy-nilly, let's say 4 or 5 times, 5x, 6x target ROS, you may either be overestimating or giving them an undervalue because you wouldn't know their specific situation, right? You wouldn't know as to what a sale on their website would mean to the client from a profitability standpoint. So if the profit margin is high, you can go with a lower target ROS. If the profit margin is low, the target ROS has to be high, because in that case, the break-even target ROS, where the client is neither making profit nor they are incurring any losses, that break-even target ROS is also going to be low. So you have to know their profit margin. Once you know their profit margin, once you ask them, so whenever someone asks you what kind of target ROS would you be able to achieve for them, you have to ask back and say, would they mind sharing what kind of profit margin they are making out of each sale that's happening on their website, right? So if they are able to tell you that figure, now calculating, let me share my screen with you. Now, calculating the target ROS is not going to be very difficult. It's just a simple formula that goes 1 divided by profit margin percentage, or times 100. So let's say in the case of client 1, their profit margin is, let's say 10%, right? So if you put those figures into this formula, this client is this client's break-even target ROS is gonna be 1 divided by 10 times 100. It's gonna be 10. So you have to achieve 10x for you to simply reach the break-even target ROS for this client, right? If let's say client number 2's profit margin on each sale is, let's say 40%. How much is this client requires to break even, right? They are going to require 1 divided by 40 times 100, 2.5. So if they achieve 2.5x in target ROS, they are meeting their break-even point, right? Let's say in the case of this third client, their profit margin is, let's say 70% on each sale, right? Let's say they are selling a pair of glasses. It's costing them, let's say $50, but they're selling it for $120, $125, and they're making 70% profit on every sale they are making. So their target ROS is gonna be 1 divided by 70 times 100, 1.4. So you see, there's a huge difference, as far as the profit margin is concerned and the corresponding target ROS is concerned. So the lower the profit margin, the higher the break-even target ROS is going to be. And the higher the profit margin, the lower the target ROS is going to be. That means, let's say in the case of this third client, even if you are achieving, let's say 3x in target ROS, this client is a lot happier, right? Compared to this one. Like for this client, even if you're achieving 12x in target ROS, it wouldn't attract them much, right? Because their profit margin is low. As a result, their break-even target ROS, where they are neither making any profit nor they are incurring any losses, that is also very high, right? Since the profit margin is low, their target ROS, the break-even target ROS is high. And so your campaign's target ROS goal should be even higher. If their break-even is 10, your goal should be at least 12 or 13 or 14, but if it's lower, let's say towards the, the bottom, let's say if their margin is high and they are break evening at, let's say 1.4, even if you're achieving them at 3x in target ROS, this client should be happy and they should be comfortable going forward with your proposed target ROS goal. So this is also giving your client a perspective as to why it's important to know the break-even target ROS before they could go ahead and set any goal for their actual target ROS. So if and the client knows that this is the profit margin and this should be the desirable target ROS, you could be on the same page, and then whatever goal you would put on paper, and if you're able to achieve that goal for your client should be happy, and you should have a better relationship with that client, and the project should go on as long as both the parties are happy. All right. But if you are underperforming, or if you are not achieving even your break-even target ROS, or you're going slightly above that and it's not very attractive from the client's standpoint, you have to take a look at it, in that respect, and you have to try to boost the performance of your campaign for you to be able to deliver on whatever you are promising to a client. I hope this small video is helpful to you, particularly in the sales process while you are negotiating projects with your client, or you're trying to explain things to your client that, this is how the performance goals or KPIs should be set. And I think, based on that information, you would be able to make more informed decision. If you like this video, if you think this video was helpful, please go ahead and press that like button. Share your comment in the comment section if you have ideas and suggestions around Google Ads campaigns or digital marketing in general for the future videos that you would wish me to work on or to create. Please do share those ideas or suggestions in the comment. I would be happy to work on them and roll your way some more useful videos containing these tips and different techniques that you can use to improve the performance of your campaigns within Google Ads. Thank you so much, and have a nice day, and I will hope to see you in the next video. Bye.